entrepreneurs, when they're first getting started, they feel like they have to try to be everything to everyone, right? And it takes a lot of guts to cut down your services and focus specifically on one thing. Because like,
That's
there's
so
the
true.
fears like, man, am I going to be losing a whole bunch of revenue? Am I going to be losing opportunities? Like,
Yeah.
if other people in my industry are offering that, or like, are my potential clients going to go with them because they don't see that as an offering? So, I mean, again, hats off to you for like going through that process and that realization. Be like, hey, no, this is where I'm most gifted, or I add the most value, or my clients, you know, appreciate this, and this is what I'm going to focus on. This is going to be, you know, my core focus for my business. So one of the questions that I have is, you know, at what point do you think, you know, someone should seek out your project management services? Like, do you kind of have any like key indicators where it's like, okay, when you reach this juncture, yes, I know I'm going to add a ton of value to your project?
Oh my gosh, thank you for that question. Because so I just finished a contract with a rural health facility that um, was looking for some guidance on getting started. And so my short answer to your question is sooner the better, because that is my expertise. Like, that is like teeing up a project is what I love most about what I do, like setting it up for success. So what I did for this client was it was a short contract that hopefully will lead to more. But what the first part of the contract was a 3-month contract where I was diving in to what they've done, what they need, and developing a schedule, a budget, and a cash flow that gets them to the end of their project. And so that schedule, budget, and cash flow is the cornerstone of everything that happens from this point forward. And as long as they're willing to use it as their cornerstone, I 100% believe that that will get them to where they need to be. So again, I'm hoping to continue on the project. It's still being determined on that, but getting me on early, I know all the success that I've had, and I know can continue to have, to get projects on the right track to get to the end with success.
Excellent.
Yeah, because you have to create a foundation. You have to, and you build that firm foundation for them, which they might not have the knowledge or the expertise to build themselves, and then they're already at a disadvantage, right?
Exactly. I think that there's an inclination to hold back in developing a comprehensive schedule, a comprehensive cash flow. I feel like we're different in making that like the very first step and the cornerstone of your project. And so that's something that we offer to our clients. And again, earlier the better.
Absolutely. And when you say a tendency to hold back, are you talking about from a consulting standpoint, or are you talking about from like an internal client perspective on getting, you know, plans nailed down?
I think that there's, and frankly, I've been here. I've been in this mindset where I don't think I have enough information to really put together a good schedule. Like I think I need to wait. I think I need to and I have started, you just take the bull by the horns and you put some, and you really think about what those milestones, and start with the milestones and start filling in the gaps. But getting that information on paper and, or screen or whatever, and using it as a guiding light through the project is so anyway, I think that the hesitation is feeling like maybe I don't think I have enough information yet, but I think that you do.
Well, and just on that note, like certain traits, certain abilities tie into like executive functioning, and and far out planning, and 2 of those are your highest strengths. And that's not a strength that a lot of people in construction have, because it's much more execution oriented and action oriented, which are great traits for construction, but not great traits for planning and prioritizing and going deep into the details of what's going to be happening in the future. So it makes sense that you love that area and that it's a strength for you, and that the other people, they'll want all the details before they make the plan, which is usually high T individuals with lower wonder and discernment of the evaluating planning. So yeah, you bring that depth of planning and the details, more future thinking, and it's a great asset for them. You can use this as a marketing video afterwards.
Okay, good to know. Yes. Here, listen to this.
Justin says that this is why you need me, and I agree. So hire me, yes. Okay?
Yes, exactly.
Excellent. So, Don, do you ever take on projects that are like midway through development and kind of struggling? Like, is that something that you do as well, or do you only take on projects if you are the person that started with the planning and that initial process?
Yeah, no, I've had plenty of in my career. Taking on problem children projects, so to speak. One in particular was a fire alarm project that had been going on for 7 years in a hospital. And I don't even know how many project managers had cycled through. And just sticking it out, figuring out how to make all the team work together and figuring out getting it to cross the finish line, and I did. Admittedly, all the work, it was on the shoulders of everyone that had done work prior, but definitely used my strong competency of tenacity to make it happen. So, but my competency of enablement was definitely key in trying to get the right people in the right places to finish the project. So that's one example. But bottom line is, coming in at various stages is definitely in my repertoire. Another example is one of the projects I'm working on now. There was a previous construction manager who was retiring, and so stepped in, got asked to step in and pick up the baton and keep running. And so just figuring out where everything is at that point and what still needs to be done, and working with the team. Making sure something with that is definitely working with the team to not be a bull in a china shop coming into it. That's very key to coming into those projects. And so I feel like I am also bring a skill with that, and I'm able to communicate such that I convey my expertise, but also not stepping on other people's toes on whose shoulders I am now standing. To try and all the work that they have done previously. So respecting all that is definitely key.
Well, I think one of your leadership traits that you're really strong on, it ties in especially to discernment and enablement, is emotional intelligence, and I feel like that's kind of part of what I see you talking about, is coming in and not like you said, bull in china shop, being able to see what's there and navigate with nuance